Verily, this vichyssoise of verbiage veers most verbose, so let me simply add that it's my very good honor to meet you, and you may call me V.
Master Will.
Hello FPL managers, you're welcome to FPL Vendetta. Yes, we are back again with another video, a part 2 of a previous video that we had done a few days ago. I promised you that will be coming out soon, and here we are. First off, I would like to thank our new subscribers. If you're just coming across our channel for the first time, please like and subscribe our videos. We really appreciate that. Okay, I would also like to remind you of our Twitter poll. I'll put a link in the description below. You could click that and please vote on that poll. It will give us a better idea of what mid-range players are going to be for Madness. Okay, so straight into the gist of the video, the 5 secrets for a strong start on FPL. It's the part 2 of a series. 5 secrets on this video. It's really something you would need, in the middle of the season. Things you would need to remember to do, and things you try to avoid a red arrow for extended period of time. Okay, so the first secret for a strong start on FPL: always go with the player in better form. Usually on FPL, managers will go for the player who has the better fixture, and there's really nothing wrong with that. If you had a player like Salah and Kevin De Bruyne and had to pick between the two, you usually go with the player who's playing a weaker team, like if you had one of them going against a team in the relegation zone. But sometimes it's not that clear cut, so usually I advise my friends, my pals, go for the player in better form. Okay, if you had 2 players who had easy fixtures, you go with a player with better form. If you had 2 players who had difficult fixtures but can really sub them out of your team or purchase a better player, just go with the player in better form. Okay, never forget, form is better than fixtures. Better go for a player like Aubameyang, who's going against a team like Everton. But if he's been scoring regularly in the past 2-3 games, or making assists in the past 2-3 games, go for him. There's no need for you to drop him, than going for a player who's had an extended goal drought, and then expect him, just because he's coming against a weaker team, to score for you, score for your team. Okay, so just remember to go with a player in better form. Okay, if you're split between going between 2 players who have great form, rather just have both of them. Okay, so form trumps fixtures. All right, never forget that. Second secret: do not take too many risks with your chips. Okay, I've had this issue before, where I captained Sane, and it was for a double game week. Okay, I expected he was going to have a huge haul, but turns out Pep had a different idea and didn't play him at all in both games. For the second game, I think he came in for about 15 minutes and had me a grand total of 1 point, which turned out to be 3 points with a triple captainship. So that was a risky move to make, knowing a lot about the Pep roulette. So it was a hard lesson to learn. So try not to take too many risks with your chips. Okay, make sure you give your chips to a player who is a short start, and also a player who is already on great form. Okay, so don't take too many risks with your chips. Don't do anything too smart, like placing your triple captain on a player like Ross Barkley or anything like that. Okay, so secret number 3, this one, it's really important, especially if you're in the middle of the season. 15 starters is something you should have in your mind. You should try and fill your team with 15 players who are guaranteed to start, or at least 14 who are guaranteed to start, because you can't really be too sure of player injuries and rotation. Okay, so try and make sure that you have 14 players who are guaranteed to start for their teams. This usually makes your team kind of a little bit weaker, in the sense that you would have, less heavy hitters. Like you can fill your first 11 with all the heavy hitters in the game. Okay, so try and focus on having as many big players, premium players, while also ensuring that your bench isn't filled with players who aren't going to feature at all. Okay, so put that in mind. Have 15 starters in your team, 14 at least. Okay, so secret number 4, increasing the value of your team lies in knowing how to beat the price change. I'll have to give you a link later on when I'm breaking down the tools I use on FPL. It's one of the tools would help you know exactly when a player's price is about to change, and will help you buy that player early enough, if you had the plans of getting him, to buy him early enough so the price change doesn't affect you, so you don't end up having less money than you would need to get that player that you so much need for your team. Okay, it's really important to know how to beat these price changes. You might have the best idea, best strategy in the world, but if you don't have the funds to make that strategy a reality, it can hurt a lot. Okay, so know how to beat the price change. Okay, and I'm going to help you with that. I'm going to do another video to let you know the tools you would need for FPL, at least the tools I need for FPL and the tools that I use. Okay, a lot of managers use a lot of tools. There are different tools, but I'm going to give you the basic ones that you would absolutely need to make sure that you're not taking unawares on FPL. Okay, so secret number 5, this is really important. This is a secret that a lot of people don't tell you, but it's very vital. Okay, never take a 12-point hit. Okay, never ever consider taking a 12-point hit. It's best you try and plan your way out of a sticky situation than having to buy so many players and taking a 12-point hit. What that means is that you've totally cancelled your points for that game week. Okay, 12 points is a lot to lose for a game week. It can be the difference between coming top in your league and for that week and finishing somewhere in the bottom, okay, in your mini league. So try not to take a 12-point hit. If you need to take hits, make sure you space them next out week, okay? But don't take a 12-point hit all in the same week. Make sure it's over, right? Like 3 very weeks, important. Each especially hit if you're slugging it out in the top so make sure you take it mini league table. You don't want to be taking over a period of time, or you could take an 8-point hit. So that's the breakdown for the part 2, the 5 secrets to start strong on FPL. Quick review: form greater than fixtures. Go for the player in form. Do not take too many risks with your chips. Be conservative. Okay. Number 3, 15 starters, 14 at least. Okay. Number 4, know how to beat the price change. And number 5, never take a 12-point hit. All right. Just a reminder, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, like the video, follow us on our Twitter, and don't forget to vote on our Twitter poll. All right, I think that will be it for this video. Next video, I'm going to break down the tools we need, and after that, I think what will be left will be our first game week 1 draft for the new FPL season. All right, so talk to y'all later. Ciao.